Hello guys, how's it going? Yes, just a little another health talk, and yeah, I've got loads of things in my mind. I always talk about the same kind of subjects, but I've got loads of stuff. I think I did something the other day on Anthony Joshua about his system, how it doesn't function that well, like his energy system. He's on the wrong diet. He's pretty much on the wrong diet. You can see it because he's always gassed. That's the wrong diet. If I ever get to go near him, must he be a bit annoyed with me? I had a dream. He was like, "Angry, what are you saying about me?" But reality is, he's on the wrong diet for his system. And being an acupuncturist, I've also studied holistic health for like 22 years. I studied many things. I studied a little bit with Czech, Paul Czech, and his system. I studied some of the Western A prices stuff. I've read quite a lot of their books. I've done quite a few courses, but I find that it's better to just read a book on someone because that's where the knowledge is. They kind of break their whole knowledge down. And I'm looking at many other people to do brain chemistry and to do with just how the body functions. I guess when I was younger, my whole question was, why do people get anxious? Why do they go get depressed? What is depression? And you know, I'd say like I deal with fertility in my clinic. I deal with anxiety. I deal with everything, right? But it all comes down to every single problem that everyone gets is all down to how they're looking after themselves, what their system has, what their system doesn't have, and everything starts in here. So when you're younger, when you're younger and you're just like, I want to find someone that loves me and I love them, and I want to feel happy. That's going to make me happy. You're going to feel happiness if you find someone you love. But really, when you look after yourself and you're happy inside, that's when you find your real happiness. And happiness inside is only created when your diet is really good. So when I get fertility clients in my clinic and they come in stressed, anxious, I change the way they're eating because obviously I'm like, well, you're on the wrong diet for your body, and your body needs some things. If it's gonna make if it's gonna make another human being inside of you, then it needs the ingredients, the raw material to make it. So, pasta and bread won't cut it. And I had some people argue with me on the site. They were angry. They were like, "Well, you don't know. Let's go to your doctor and get vitamins." And I was like, "Is it really? You sure? You've been with your doctor for like 5 tries of IVF. Is that really helping you? Is he helping you?" So I'm not saying I'm right, but what I'm saying is people, say for fertility, they don't eat the raw ingredients to make a baby. They're not eating anything that is associating with creating a baby. They're having, like I said, they're having the pastas, the breads, the crisps. How can you make a baby out of that? Just imagine you have to mold a baby out of all the ingredients you get. So you need all those fats, all those minerals, all those vitamins. You need all, protein. It's not only about protein. It's not only about sugar. It's about every mineral. Your body's putting together something and it's like, okay, I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that and that and that and that. I don't have that because that person's not having it in the diet. So what do? Let me try and make it. Oh no, but then, your body's got to look after you. So then your body says, look, I don't have enough for myself. How can I make it and not make it for myself, but I'm going to make it for the baby? Because if I die, then the baby's going to die anyway. So what do? Miscarry, right? Or I don't produce the baby. So the reality is, right, come into clinic, I see people in IVF, I see them like, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm right, but I see them and their diets are so poor with nutrition. I don't know. Like personally, you can kind of see the problem, but people don't associate being like nutritionally dense with not falling pregnant. They might think, oh well, nutrition's got nothing to do with it. No, but your nutrition counts to how you make the baby. And if you haven't got all the nutrition that you need, your body's not going to make it. Or if you haven't got all the vitamins that your body needs, or pieces like a puzzle, your body won't do it. And so when I get women into my clinic, I have to teach them this. I have to tell them, look, there's certain vitamins that your body needs, and it needs them to function, but it also needs them to help you to make a baby. And it's the same for everybody. Mentally, there's certain vitamins your body needs to be able to function. And if you're not eating them, you're going to see depression, you're going to see anxiety. Because these nutrients help you to make your feel-good hormones, help your system to function. So in Chinese medicine, every organ, in a sense, ends up in the brain, or every organ has a certain emotion. So when there's something up with that energy of that organ, you're going to find that that emotion comes to the forefront. So when you have too much sugar and you mess with the earth meridians, you get worry. You start worrying, you start overanalyzing. And for me, that's when someone worries or overanalyzes, can't let go of stuff, that's just a sign of too much sugar. So the sugar that you're eating is just messing with that organ. So most of the people that walk into clinics, say for fertility, they might be having problems with overthinking, worry, can't let go of stuff. And I explain to them, look, first of all, if you're having so much sugar, you're not able to produce all the ingredients or all the things that your body really needs to function. So all your other systems are not going to work properly. So a group of people went on, I said something about what's the best between a sandwich and a bit of butter. There was an example. And I said butter's better than sandwich because butter's got all these vitamins that are quite important for fertility. These people jumped at me. Oh, you don't know about vitamins. Go to your doctor to get vitamins. Doctor knows nothing about health. I didn't want to argue because I had clients on there already, and I felt like these people don't know me, but they're presuming that I don't know what I'm going on about. So it was almost like, them people that spam, they saw my face and they thought, this guy's just telling everyone that he can help cure them with an apple or something, secret ingredients. So they looked at me, didn't respect me. They thought, I don't know what I'm going on about. And the point was, I know there were 3 people arguing me, so I know they've been going through IVF and they're having a hard time, but their mindset is going to keep them having a hard time. It's going to keep that on that, on that railroad, because they're not actually understanding what I was saying. I was saying bread has limited vitamins. They see eating food as like, yeah, I'm eating, I'm full, but bread is not giving your system everything it needs. If it's white bread as well, and it's it's gonna have some anti-nutrients on it and stop you absorbing nutrients. If you bloat, you don't absorb nutrients. That's what the bloating's about. It stops you from absorbing nutrients. Makes your gut, opens your gut up. Opens you up to issues. So most people eat bread, they bloat on it. And also bread, like white flour, it's been bleached. It has to be fortified because it's got nothing in it. So they put vitamins back into it, and those vitamins, they're very limited. If we go back thousands of years, grains would have been like 8% of our diet, and now grains are like 70% of our diet. Everything's pasta, bread. Not to say potatoes are not grains, but we're having potatoes. We're having all these things that are not nutritionally, like, in a sense, dense for us. They're not really doing as much. They're giving us sugars, they're giving us some vitamins, but they're not actually giving us the nutrients that our body needs to function, or in the universe needs to function effectively. So, there was a story of, I was on a Czech course, and this was years ago, and they spoke about a lion not being able to reproduce. So they were like, there was lions in London Zoo, they couldn't reproduce in the 70s. It's a fascinating story. And then they said the zookeeper went over to Africa, saw a lion kill an animal, and he didn't eat the meat, didn't eat anything else. He just ate the stomach contents and walked off. And they were saying, like, well, we don't realise, we think that lions like meat, because in London Zoo they were giving the lions the choicest cuts of meat, but all the animals really wanted was some organ content. So they gave, in London Zoo, the zookeeper went back, gave these animals all the organ contents, and the animals feel pregnant. And that is a thing, like, we personally, we don't understand. We think we've come from this, after the war, all these grains and stuff, but we don't realize that our diets are nutritionally deficient in all the vitamins that we need in order to fall pregnant, or to make babies. People are so devoid. They're devoid anyway. You see the average man walking down the street like tired, like they've got no energy for their own system. Right? They're just like, I see people, they're like their system's shot because they don't look. They think eating wheat and pasta is giving them energy. Oh, I'm getting energy, but they don't realize the system runs on vitamins. So their body needs certain vitamins to function, to clean it out. Get your gallbladder to function. Get, your liver has to be able to do like loads of things like healing. You got your spleen, cleaning your blood out. You need your whole system needs to function. Your thyroid heating you up. They all need vitamins. They all need things to keep them safe. Stop them from being inflamed throughout the whole system. So every meal you have or every food you have has to look after your body. It's not just about eating for energy. Oh, I've got energy, I'm all right. No, it's about looking after your system. And then if you want to create a baby, it's then about, trying to eat as well as possible to create that baby. So you have to also have ingredients that look after you, but look after the baby. Majority of times, the body won't want to have a baby if it feels like there's too many things going on inside. So women that have endometriosis, they have stuff going on, which is to do with a balance of their hormones. And if they don't get those hormones in check, the body has to fight that. Then it can make a baby as well, but it's like, let me fight that and deal with that first. And then when that's better, I will make the baby when she has the right ingredients. But people go for perpetually for years, because the doctor says, well, you've got endometriosis. So they sit down and go, I've got endometriosis. Not that your estrogen's too high, and if you balance it, then it will calm down. It's just due for you continuously on that diet. So if you change your diet, everything will calm down and everything will be better. But we're led to believe that a lot of our stuff is like symptomatic. Oh, you've got lung disease. No, you've only got lung disease when you're eating those type of foods. When you go back onto natural foods and vegetables and meats and fats and all the things off the land where the animals are running around and they're happy, then you're going to see your health change. But yeah, in the beginning, yeah. So, I mean, look, for me, I deal with fertility in the clinic, and I'm not guaranteeing that because it's a hard thing to guarantee something, but I in my heart of hearts, I know that once I change that person's diet and get them to eat properly and get them out of this eating the Western system of, like all the, the white sugar, white flour, white salt, all the foods without any nutrients in, then I give them more of a chance to conceive, because now their body has what it needs and it's better, and so the body then will be able to do it everything a lot better. And I've seen it so many times with my clients. So honestly, I've seen it. I'm not just saying that. And I see the difference between what other people are doing. Like I like, my wife was pregnant, for instance. She had loads of liver during pregnancy, loads of liver. Went into the hospital. Nurse was like, oh, it's a pamphlet. Oh, you shouldn't have vitamin A in your diet, and liver's got vitamin A. I said to her, no, why? Why is that? Tell me why. Oh, I don't know why, but you don't have it because we say so. No, but okay, you're saying so. Tell me why that she shouldn't have vitamin A in her diet. So this nurse didn't have a clue, right? They put stuff out. So they did some kind of testing with synthetic vitamin A, like vitamin A supplements, and they did it like in higher, really, really high doses, and they saw that it caused birth defects, all right? But vitamin A from natural sources doesn't act the same way as vitamin A, a synthetic vitamin A. And when they did it in high doses, the doses are so high, it was unbelievable, all right? And, their studies are so rubbish. They always try to refute something that's quite important, because vitamin A is quite important in fertility, very important. It's also very important in the development of the brain of the fetus. You know, when you see kids and they're younger and they're eating fish and they say it's brain food, a lot of that's down to the fatty acids and the vitamin A in that food. So they're really important. So, you know, my point is, there was a point to actually, you know, just, it's important for people to eat properly. It's important for people to eat all those vitamins and not to listen to people. Like I say, the vitamin A, they said not to eat, to my wife, not to eat any cheeses that have unpasteurized cheeses. You know, you can't tell someone from another country that only eats raw milk not to have it. Raw milk's so good for a fetus. The baby's gonna die, a fetus gonna die. It wasn't strong enough, it's gonna die. You can't stop that. So I would say, like, she had raw milk. I gave her raw cheese on purpose. She had nuts. She had cod liver oil, liver. We had all this stuff in the diet, right? Because we know that it builds up the brain, builds up the whole body. It builds up everything. So we know what it does. And my daughter she was fine. She was actually 9 pounds. She was 9 pounds. My wife she is 5'3". I think she's 5'3". She's really lean, so I can show you pictures of her belly. She was so skinny. I trained her in the gym up until 2 weeks, a week before she gave, no, 3 days before she gave birth. I trained her up in the gym, so she's always training. I don't mean like she was training hard in the gym. She was eating well. I'll show a picture of her, honestly. I'll put a picture up and you can see that she was super lean. Like her bump was just like that, and then just she looked like normal, but just with a big massive bump. So baby was 9 pounds, first baby. I made sure I trained the pelvic floor, got it working well, and the baby was born within 3 hours. 3.5 hours or 3 hours. It's quite quick, they said, but it was because I worked on the pelvic floor. I got it functioning, so she was able to push a lot better. Anyway, fertility. My wife's a nutritionist, by the way. You know, I'm an acupuncturist, but I've studied nutritional therapy for 22 years. Yeah, so fertility, it's the same as anything. It's just even the same as anxiety, fertility. For the body, it's about what the body needs. If the body has what it needs, then it won't get anxious. It will, you know, feel good. A body is just a reflection. I think a guy put that I can't remember his name, but he said that we function at our frequency 75 hertz. Okay, so we function at that, and every time, if we're not eating well, every time our frequency drops, he didn't say this, but in a sense we're more susceptible to disease. So if we function at 60 hertz, we're still all right. We go into 50, we start to seeing those diseases popping up. It's only when we're happy and our system's functioning well that these diseases won't happen. And like, you know, they say in the Czech society, they say like cancer is like a mold, right? Cancer is a mold. So when you're functioning at that frequency, it won't happen. It might happen. Everyone has cancers. The body fights it off, right? Every day everyone has cancers. They're just cells that mutate badly. So something comes in there, white blood cell comes in there and blows that cancer up, right? But every time we drop and our frequency drops and our systems has more to deal with in other places, this is when these diseases come about, because then our body can't deal with the diseases like they should. They're dealing with other things at the same time. Anyway, fertility. If you want to know more about fertility, just leave a comment. I'm not really a talker. Like, I can't. Like Dr. Berg, he can just put everything into words. He's really good at it. But, you know, I just got to do it like Health Matters, like a normal chat. It should really be a podcast for me, because that's what I feel I'll be better at. Anyway, guys, take care. See you soon.